Hi there, and welcome to our Android basics tutorial. Now, this is part 5, app navigation. Now, of course, I'm excited. You guys, thanks for following. But then you're doing a great job. Let me take some time to congratulate you. You're doing a good job. So, if you've been following the series from part 1 up to now, then you're doing a great job. And I can see that after all this, then you're going to be a very good programmer. You'll end up writing your own standalone systems. And then you know, you can configure the apps to do specifically what you want. Now, this is part 5, app navigation, and that is what we are going to be doing today. Now, before we do that, I can see this the app looks a little bit, a little bit dull. So I want us to do some coloring. We're going to color the title white, and we're also going to color the titles the icons white, and also the bottom navigation bar we're also going to make it white. And one more thing that we're not supposed to forget is the arrangement of the icons. Let notifications come first before settings. So those are some of the things we will do. Now we're going to open the notifications activity, then we will add an action bar, and we're going to add a back button. Now that is what is considered as the app navigation, so that when once a user presses or clicks on it, then it takes them back to the previous activity. So start your Android Studio and just head on to the notifications activity. So that is exactly where we're going to start from. Now, before this, just open your resources and the drawables file. Just open your settings icon and notifications icon. So we're going to change the color. Then we're going to rearrange how they appear. So we're going to remove all zeros. Actually, right now it's this is the color for black, but we're going to insert the colors for white. Yeah, just like that. So guys, follow along. Then we close that, and also the same for the settings icon. Okay, that's that. Now to rearrange the icons, we can just open our menu file, dashboard menu. Then we're just going to change the order of their appearance. So we'll start with notifications and not settings. Okay, so as you can see, the colors have changed and also the appearance has changed. So now one last thing that we're supposed to do is change the title color, and that we're going to do it under under res layout and activity home.xml, and we have our toolbar right here. So we're going to change the color to white, and that is app title text color. It's there, and we change it to white. Okay, already that is done. Now for the navigation, we can just go to styles, and there's some under login theme, there's some items here that I would like us to copy. And we're just going to copy these two, the navigation bar color and sorry yeah, we're just going to copy this. So copy, then we're going to paste it in the main theme, that is the app theme. Then we're going to add one more item, an Android the light navigation bar, and we're going to set it to true. So there's an error and it says API level 27. So we're going to add an extra tag here, tools target API. Yeah, and that should be okay. So right now, once you run the application, since it looks like this, then we are supposed to be getting a white title, white icons, and a white navigation. So let's just save the project, then we can just run. Now as the program executes, let's just head back to our notifications activity, and let's open the layout file. So this is the first file that we will start manipulating. We'll add the toolbar, then we add the back navigation. So let's go to the declarations or usages. Yeah, and you're supposed to be getting something of this nature. So our program has just finished. So let's just sign in. Yeah, exactly, it has changed. And also the navigation color has also changed. So you're supposed to be at least it's appealing to the eye. Yeah, at least it's appealing. So the notification activity, okay, right now it looks like this. So we're supposed to have a bottom and a toolbar, sorry, a toolbar, and we add an arrow back. So this is exactly how to uh, go about it. In notifications activity XML, let's just change the root parent to, let me just fix this, yeah, to coordinator layout. Change here also coordinator layout. Then okay, let's just keep this centered, the layout gravity to center. Then on top we are going to add an upper layout. Then inside we are going to declare a toolbar, and the height, we give it a specific height, and that's the action bar size. And of course, not forget, you're supposed to give it an ID so that we can reference it later on in the program. This is the notifications toolbar. Okay, so we're going to set the title dynamically, and we're also going to set the app navigation dynamically. So let's just head to the notifications activity, and on top here we're going to declare our UI widgets. Let's start with the toolbar, Android X, of course. Then we are going for action bar. All right, so below, inside the onCreate a method, let's just find those views. First of all, we start with the toolbar, mToolbar. So guys, follow along. This is actually nice. And then one step that we are supposed to not forget is to set support action, the action bar, and then we pass the mToolbar. Okay, so now this is now the meat of the whole process. We are going to set up the action bar. So let's just get a reference of our action bar. Then we get support action bar. All right, then the next process is to set display home as app enabled, and it's already here, and we're going to set it to true. So what this does generally is it adds the arrow back in the activity. But one thing it doesn't do is that once you click on it, it won't actually take you anywhere right now. So we're going to implement that just right now. So we can just go to our manifest file. So I've just found the notifications activity. So inside we're going to add a tag for the parent activity name, and we're going to give it home activity. That is the parent activity so far. Then we go inside the activity notifications activity tag. We're going to add a metadata tag, and we're going to give it under value. We're going to write the following. Then another item that you're supposed to add inside here is the Android name, and it normally goes with this. So normally what we are supposed to write here is, first of all, we are supposed to be taking the, it's supposed to start from com dot example then home activity. So that's basically how it's supposed to go, but otherwise you can just write it in short, just like that. So what we've just done here is that we've declared a parent activity for our notifications activity, such that once a user clicks on the back button, it can return them back to this particular activity. So let's just save the settings and we run the project. Then we see the changes that we've done. So of course we'll also do the same in the settings activity. So we can just copy this, and inside res under settings, then we're going to copy paste this code. Then we're going to change this parent layout to coordinator, and this one, the layout gravity to center, and of course we're going to change the title here to settings. So it's already finished processing. So as you can see, our title is white and the icons are white, and we've also rearranged, and also the navigation here is white. Now let's just click on the notification. So we are having a back button here and a title that normally comes by default. It normally sets the name of the application. So if we click back, then it actually takes us back to the dashboard activity. Now one thing that is normally impressive under Android, we can just locate our home activity, notifications, home activities here. Then we're going to give it, let me just expand this, a launch mode to single top, which means we are not going to create a new instance of the activity each time we go back. But also I'll include a link in the description so that you can read more concerning activities. But actually what it does is it tells Android that once it goes back to this activity, you don't have to create a new instance of this activity. Otherwise you just return from where you are. Actually, when you have content that is normally fetched from the internet, you'll be able to see this very well, how it actually works out. Okay, so notifications activity, and going back, fine. So navigation button works. So under settings also, we can change the app title, text color to white. Then I know, just go back to your notifications activity. There's something we've not done, and that is setting the title. We can just set it right now. Action bar. We can just set title to but of course it's also nice that you should have all these string resources inside your res strings. So it's not always good to values and the strings to hard code strings. So we're going to put them here. An item name. Not really. A string. We're going to give it a notifications activity. Title. That is notifications. Oh, so it's already here. Okay, everything is just set for us, so we can just locate this string resource. We're going to use get resources. So this is how we normally locate string resources. Notifications title, and yeah, we are good to go. Then we can just we can change the title, text color to white. Also, there's something important that I'd like you guys to know. When we can also change the type of the icon that is normally placed for the back button. So let me just use the action bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a set display show title enabled. And then we're going to use the icon. So I'm going to show you that, guys, later. But I also add a link in the description where you can actually follow this exactly. So you can just save, and then in a settings activity, in the settings activity, we can again from the notifications we can just copy all these and paste them inside here. Click on OK, and also we can pick all these. The only thing we're going to do is change the reference here to settings. Yeah, settings toolbar. Let me just start writing this to settings toolbar. Yeah, so now to change the icon, first of all, I'd like us to just get an icon from the Dropbox file. Let's just create a new icon, a new vector asset. I'm sure you guys remember this process, and we're going to use this icon instead, and we're going to color it white. We choose them, next, finish. So in action bar, we're going to set the icon. We set home as app indicator with the drawable. Then we're going to use get resources, and we're going to get drawable, r dot drawable dot ic, and it's already here. Then I can just copy this into the settings activity, yeah, into the notifications activity, yeah. Then I can just save this and run the project. So definitely you're supposed to see changes. The notifications activity, so far it looks like this. So we are supposed to see a change in the navigation arrow. It's supposed to turn to white, and also we've changed a different icon for the navigation. So in notifications, yeah, so that one has just worked perfectly, and also going back works fine. So one thing you're left to do is change. I've already changed the icon here. We can just change the title here in settings activity. You can just say M action bar, then you set title. You can just set title to get resources. So I have a settings title ready there. So that is that. So up to now, guys, I've covered most of the concept that we are supposed to have covered today. So if you followed all this, then guys, thank you. And if all these videos, they interest you, and you have a psych about them, you can just leave a comment, and you can also share the videos, and you can also subscribe if you've not done that already. But also, I'm glad that you're watching, you're taking the effort to watch the videos, and your support is highly appreciated. So yeah, here everything's fine. Settings. So we don't expect the settings to go back right now, because we've not done we've not set up the metadata and the parent activity name. So you can just do that, so that in the next tutorial we can just proceed, because definitely I'm going to do that, and I've already shown you how to go about that. So you can just try it for yourselves. So again, I'm glad, and I'm really grateful for your support. And also in the next tutorial, I'm planning to do XAMPP, and that is my SQL database with XAMPP, and so that we can connect our app using a MySQL database via XAMPP, and we will see how we can you can create we can create accounts, then we just post all this data into the database. So guys, don't miss out on that one. And already, if you this excites you so much, you can also share all these videos, and also you can keep subscribing, you can keep sharing the videos, and many more. Now, one thing that I say that I will explain before is why we don't need a back or an up navigation for this activity. It's one, we don't want to go back to the sign in activity. That is one. So we will also fix this in a way that once you sign in, you cannot actually go back into the sign in activity. So we will finish sign in activity, then we come to this activity, and this will be actually the home or the parent activities for the other child activity. So I hope you guys have understood.